visited, I was going to say four schools. I think it's three schools. One in Marbleha, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, and then two in Corozal. And so I can't say that it's true for every school in the country, but it was amazing how welcoming those three schools were and how grateful the principal and teachers were to have us visit and then have us come work with them. In Marbleha, first of all, the children are beautiful.
Yeah.
And so you walk in and you just are so fascinated, you fall in love with these beautiful children. But when we walked in, they were singing the goodness of God.
Oh my goodness.
Now, this is a government school where
Yeah.
they start every morning with a kind of devotional time, prayer, singing a song, and that's the way they begin their day. That totally impressed me and impacted me. And we saw that in Corozal as well. But the Mabaha experience was that first. Oh, wow, is this beautiful? Goal of the government is to increase the literacy rate. Uh,
Mhm.
increase literacy. Got to get those L's in the right place.
Yeah.
So increasing literacy is the big push for the schools. And so whether we might do some painting or help with kids with an art project, I really don't know specifically what all our opportunities will be, and that's kind of the fun of it. Is
Yeah.
there's a little bit of we'll see what we're asked to do. But overall, it is to help the schools, help the staff to teach the children. Teachers and the principal have to travel a long distance, and it's a slow road to get to this place. I mean, it's out in the middle of probably what we would call the rainforest or the jungle, but it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And the government had housing for the teaching staff, but it was destroyed by termites. And so the challenge was how can new housing be built for the teaching staff? And then the subject of safety homes came up. And that's how Go Serve Global got involved. Again, it's not specifically our project, but the safety home was the solution that seemed to be really good. And so I just got finished building a safety home yesterday with a team, so I can do it, although me and buildings don't go together well. Uh, so my work is more the planning, making sure that things are going to happen. And so we looked at the site, we created the plan, and simply put, two safety homes with a structure to connect them. So in the center would be a connecting structure, will create a new living quarters for the teaching staff. And they're actually going to create two of those, two separate housing units. So that's still to be done. And my role was to evaluate, can we do that? Can we get the safety homes there? And will it all work? So, still to be determined as the actual building has to be done, but everything is on task. Maybe a little delayed as far as timing and what we wish for.
In Belize, you helped with this specific project, building a home or school repairs. What was the one moment during that project that made you feel the impact for your work?
So, our trip to Belize in April was an exploratory trip, and we were looking at what is and continues to be a safety home project to help a school in Marbleha. And the world of international shipping is still intriguing to me. The materials finally arrived, the shipping container, and they're working on getting it out of port and to the location. And so there will be a team later that will go and continue working on that project. So my role was to observe what the potential is, figure out how to get the safety homes there. Now, specifically as to the question of what impacted me, that might be a little difficult to say one thing because it was my introduction to Belize, and the experience was overwhelming and beautiful. But to honor the question, there's a place in Belize City called London Bridges, and the place is probably best to say it's a garbage dump. But it's a community of people who have built houses. They're not nice houses as far as being built correctly, uh, being sturdy, but they're a place that people can live. And the reason I say it impacted me is it is arguably not a safe place, and yet when we went there, I felt totally safe. And I was greatly impressed by the community there of people that care for one another, watch out for one another, and they respect one another. And in the midst of that, a church is getting started. Now, it's not a formal church, not the First Church of Belize City, anything like that. But on a Tuesday evening, a lot of people gathered on a front porch for a church service. And it was very impactful to see that, both the community and then the interest in hearing uh, the good news about Jesus. You're introduced to people, they open their hearts and welcome you into their world. And so it was very natural, very comfortable with these leaders, whether it's Adrian, whether it's pastors of a church, whether it's teachers or the principal of the school. They were so excited to have us see their world, and they
Yeah.
welcomed us into it. In fact, I will add this. The community of Mabel Ha that I described earlier, we interacted with the king,
Wow.
which is such a
Were
cool
you able to
story.
go to like a royal establishment? Like where do they house down there? Is it?
Yeah, so the fascination of it is this guy is a skilled construction person. I mean,
Oh,
he
wow.
would I can't do any of that. This man is young, he's fit, he's got dreams for his community. They do civil service projects, bettering the structure, whether it be water, that kind of thing. Um, can you tell I got excited because I started using
Yeah,
my
you
hands?
got the hands. Yep.
So he'd just be a guy that you meet, you don't think anything about it. And then
Mhm.
he brings out this framed certificate that Queen Elizabeth gave to his father, acknowledging him as the king of this Mayan community. And now
Wow.
that kingship is passed down to his son.
It
Now
kind of
there's a little
shows
bit.
you the expansion of how these people have been seen. They're not, they still have been able to be noticed over the years by, some of those higher quarters all over the world. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's totally fascinating.
Yeah.
And now they've got a little bit of what I would call American politics. There's a city council. So, he's not a king
Oh,
that can just rule freehand. He probably has to
yeah.
put up with the council meetings and, a little bit of debate, discussion. Church buildings in Belize City, there was two of them. And when we visited both of them, one was very historic. One was a younger, as far as the lifetime of the church was much younger, but it also had an interesting history how it went out to kind of a neighborhood and started. And to see the commitment of people who have worked on the building is very good. And yet you say, but there's so much that still needs to be done.
Yeah.
Again, I'm trying to be nice. How long are these churches going to continue?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's COVID. I don't know if there were other factors that we weren't introduced to. And I have confidence that these churches will do well, but you felt the sense of heaviness, of wanting these churches and the pastor there to succeed, to go forward, to grow, to be successful in their mission. And I don't know, there's something because I'm my background is being a pastor, and there's something that
Yeah.
resonates when you look at that. So it wasn't, like I said, I'm gonna maybe repeat myself. It wasn't, oh, I'm uncomfortable, I'm scared. Oh, this is, there's no sense of helping here. There's nothing we can do. It wasn't anything like that. It was this heartfelt connection with these churches, and both knowing they've got challenges and opportunities. So for me, the person that I'm still connected with is the director, the executive director of the Belize project. His name is Adrian,
Yeah.
and Adrian has a beautiful family. Adrian is committed to the people of Belize, his home country, and he is working hard to make the Belize Project, that nonprofit, very successful. And the reason that Adrian is so fun to work with and the Belize Project is a great partner is because we have this common gospel commitment. We're trying to do good things, humanitarian efforts, but it has an underlying purpose of telling people the good news about Jesus. And so Adrian is a person that I find is we're just very connected as far as our common passion and common commitments. Back to the story of the schools, it sounded like the impact, the time of being shut down, um, and now government leaders are committed to helping to catch up and to get going once again. So I think the opportunity and the commitment of the people, the desire to move forward is there, and it's strong.